as a result of the changing political and economic landscape, it is imperative that HBCUs and MSIs strategically align partnership strategies that position the university's greatest assets to bring value to the federal government and to help the government solve societal problems. In order for both to occur, HBCUs and minority-serving institutions must build a strong business model supported by visionary leadership and a solid infrastructure in order to justify financial investments to come to the universities. In brief, HBCUs and minority-serving institutions must have the capacity to win government contracts and manage government contracts successfully. Additionally, HBCUs, minority-serving institutions, and small disadvantaged businesses must have accredited STEM knowledge and the ability in the institutions to teach and to train students to become innovators, entrepreneurs, and successful leaders in their community and in corporate America. Winning federal and state contracts increases the universities and institutions' economic power and wealth through research and development. Also, this will promote strong student recruitment, student and faculty retention, and sustainability of current research infrastructure through competitive compensation at all levels. In order to establish strong and engaged research and development opportunities and mesh their efforts together to establish well-rounded and strong R&D capabilities and infrastructure through the following, what we call What Works, Innovation Transforms What Works in America and around the globe. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Keith Moore, CEO of KDM and Associates, founder of Open Government TV, and operator of the nation's only minority business development agency, Federal Procurement Center. It is my humble delight to spend the next 2 days with you where we commit and ensure that everyone in the sound of the voices that will be heard over the next 2 days will be able to walk away with information exchange that allows them to apply the information into their business, into their community. And we are delighted to have you at the 3rd Annual Innovation and Agriculture Energy Opportunity Zone Summit here in the state of Alabama in partnership with Alabama A&M University here in Huntsville, Alabama. Thank you for being here. Enjoy today. It is my delight to introduce our next speaker, presenter, and in the order of the following. On behalf of President Dr. Daniel W. Wims of Alabama A&M, we will have Jackie Robinson III, the interim special assistant to the president for strategic planning and initiatives. And from there, we will hear from Representative Laura Hall, Alabama House of Representatives, House District 19, and Representative Anthony Daniels, Alabama House of Representatives, District 53. Thank you so much this morning for being with us, representatives, and designee Jackie Robinson III. Please take it away.
Thank you for the introduction. Good morning. I am A. Jackie Robinson III, Special Assistant to the President here at Alabama A&M University. I bring you warm greetings on behalf of our 12th President, Dr. Daniel K. Wims, who sincerely regrets his inability to attend this awesome summit due to prior commitments. Let me take this opportunity to thank the AAMU Center for Entrepreneurship, Innovation, and Economic Development, and MBDA for the role they have played in collaborating with top-notch partners to make this virtual event possible. Your timely focus on two mammoth sectors of American society, agriculture and energy, is key to driving the continued relevancy of HBCUs like Alabama A&M and its intermediary units. Just as old farmhouses and kerosene lamps conjure memories of a bygone era, Alabama A&M and many of its business, industry, and government partners had the foresight to reinvent themselves to better serve our communities. Thus, the roles of agriculture and energy are continuing to change, and more innovative ways are needed to ensure that underrepresented people in both sectors are not out of step with these demanding times, and continue their quest for innovative ways to lead and serve. Our thanks to Dr. Rourke for her phenomenal efforts in pulling off such informative and productive programs. And thanks to the forces behind MBDA for their able assistance and technology. On behalf of all of us at Alabama A&M, I want to say welcome to the Hill and have a fantastic summit. And in all we do and with all your help and all our resources, we want to say go Team Bulldog. Best wishes on a great, great event. Thank you.
Thank you. Jackie Robinson III, Interim Special Assistant to the President for Strategic Planning and Initiatives. We thank you so much for that opening on behalf of President Daniel Wims. We feel at home, we feel welcome, and we feel like a bulldog about this movement. So thank you so much. Representative Laura Hall, this is not our first occasion, but it will be continuously a delight to introduce you to our community today. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you and good morning. Happy Monday to everyone. Oh, what a beautiful day it is for us to gather on this special occasion. So I bring you greetings on behalf of the citizens of House District 19, which includes Alabama A&M, Go Bulldogs, and to say how grateful we are for this opportunity that you've brought to our attention. But mainly I want to say thank you to Dr. O'Rourke and her team, as well as to you, Mr. Moore, for the work that you put forth in making sure that we are provided the material or the evidence and things that are needed to be successful in those areas as it relates to our students, and making sure that they're actively engaged in those projects, agricultural research, et cetera, that is provided by the federal government, and that they are received well. So I want to say thank you for offering that. More importantly, at this particular time in Alabama, I think it's a great time for a workshop activity such as this. When I think about the bill that was passed during last session 2 years ago, which deals with medical cannabis and all of the possibilities that exist in this state. And I certainly hope and pray that Alabama A&M University is going to be a major player in that role. And so your workshop, your activities certainly are meaningful and very much on time. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for being inclusive and making sure that Alabama A&M is able to receive such information. And a big thank you to Dr. O'Rourke and her team for planning and make sure this takes place. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Representative Laura Hall. The relationship that you all have between Dr. Rock and you and the university is the kind of symbiotic relationship that makes things work. So you are truly about what works. Driving home, coming here this morning, asking the Uber driver a little bit about the state. You all are growing rapidly. Be prepared. You all have good education systems and improving continuously and getting your young people ready for the future of work. We see the commitment from Washington, D.C. We love you all for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We would like to say this morning that as far as our commitment at IAEOZ Summit to promote R&D funding and collaborations and tech transfer, to establish initiatives that will build a wide critical gap of technology transfer, contract securitization, entrepreneurship and commercialization at HBCUs like Alabama A&M and others in the surrounding region is a measurable activity that we at the IAEOZ Summit are committed to measuring with government, with industry, and with academia. And we are here to promote research, to advance collaboration, to stimulate technology transfer and enterprise developments at the highest level. And you will see in our audiences, in our panelists and our speakers, much of that talent that's realized and can be achieved here in the state of Alabama. Encourage industry and university R&D collaborations is one of our goals. So we will be moving to our next panel. And I think that this panel represents what works for MBEs in data resiliency, natural disasters, and climate. As we all know, the climate, whether it's the fires in the West Coast, or whether it's the hurricanes in Fiona in Puerto Rico or in Florida or South Carolina, we are seeing all too frequently changing weather patterns that lead to destruction of communities. And so both with funding and leadership, the will of the people, we will take these devastating moments in time, encourage our students, faculty, industry to recognize the need for figuring out what works to restore our communities and keep them stabilized and bring down climate issues so that we can have a future generation that's stable. So I am going to move our next panel and would like to first, before doing so, welcome Dr. Teresa Arak to say hello to our broader community. Thank you so much, Dr. Arak.
Good morning to each of you.
Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to the Summit of Innovation in Agriculture and Energy Opportunity Zone for 2022. Thank you, Mr. Moore, and to our fabulous team who have worked so diligently to bring about this very impactful collaboration. We are so grateful to you, and thank you, Mr. Robinson, for standing in for our 12th president, Dr. Daniel K. Williams, and to our friend and great supporter, Representative Laura Hall. Thank you all so very much. And to all of our participants this morning, thank you for taking time to be with us.
It is my pleasure, Dr. Rock, to not only be here and to thank our sponsors, the city of Montgomery, the Montgomery Chamber of Commerce. We also appreciate the MIT Modular as well as Govology. You all, ladies and gentlemen, are going to learn much about the A to Z of success and what works in government contracting, in opportunity zones, where we are committed to fulfill an uncharted area of allowing a supply chain of minority businesses to be a part of a developer investor project so that our small disadvantaged businesses can participate, grow their revenues, expand their jobs, and build facilities that allow them to be more competitive, especially as they are government contractors. This is going to be an exciting learning experience. So take your, as I always say, from year to year, make sure you take your notes. And this year, we are indeed delighted to be able to have each and every one of you download the Hoover app so that you become a part of a community that allows the conversations of today and tomorrow to carry on, to become a stimulus for how, why, and what worked for your business. Thank you so much for all of our sponsors, and we will throughout the day recognize them. Thank you so much for the introductory portion of this two-day session of the Innovation in Agriculture Energy Opportunity Zone Summit. You too will now be a part of what works. Thank you so much.